on a cold and snowy Christmas Eve. It was a cold and snowy Christmas Eve. The city was blanketed in white, with snowflakes gently drifting to the ground. Through the brightly decorated windows of houses, warm and happy family scenes could be seen. But in stark contrast to this warmth and happiness, a small girl wandered the dark, cold streets in a desperate state. This was the little match girl. The little match girl wore tattered clothes, had no shoes, and her hands, blue with cold, tried to sell matches. To everyone passing by, she asked with a trembling voice, "Would you like to buy some matches?" But no one paid attention to her. Everyone was preoccupied with their own Christmas celebrations. She hadn't sold a single match that day. Like everyone else, she dreamed of having a warm bowl of soup at home with her mother by her side. As the day wore on, unable to withstand the cold any longer, the little match girl sat on a stone by a doorway. With shaking hands, she struck a match. The tiny flame provided her with fleeting warmth. In the light of the match, happy memories came to life before her eyes. She remembered the times when her father used to sit her on his lap and tell Christmas stories. The world was always warm and safe when her father was around. But now her father was gone, and the world felt much colder. When the match went out, the little match girl struck another one. This time in the flame, a miracle happened. The wall opened up, revealing a cozy room inside. A table laden with a roasted turkey stood in the middle. The house was filled with the joyous laughter of children. Just as the little match girl reached out to take the turkey, the match went out and the vision disappeared. She struck another match. This time, she found herself in the warmth of summer. The sun shone brightly and the air was filled with the scent of flowers. She was wearing shoes and playing with her friends, laughter filling the air. Just then, a star fell from the sky. She remembered her grandmother telling her that when a star falls, someone dies. Watching the star, tears welled up in her eyes, but this time they were tears of peace, not of cold. Her grandmother came to her, holding her tightly. "You will never be cold again," her grandmother said. "You will always be warm and safe." In her grandmother's warm embrace, the little match girl found peace. That night, she never struck another match. The next morning, people found a little girl lying by the doorway with spent matches around her. She had burned all her matches to stay warm and drifted off to sleep with her dreams, never to wake again. This story left a deep impression on everyone. The little match girl was an innocent soul seeking warmth and love in a cold and indifferent world. Now she was among the stars, peacefully asleep in her grandmother's arms. Everyone in the city learned a lesson from her story and vowed never to leave anyone alone and helpless on the streets again. Every Christmas Eve, they lit a candle in memory of the little match girl and, remembering her spirit, embraced each other in their warm homes.